For thousands of years, one name has refused to disappear from history: Atlantis. A city described as powerful, advanced, wealthy, and then suddenly destroyed in a single day and night. No ruins, no confirmed location, no proof it ever existed. And yet, the story of Atlantis has survived for over 2,300 years. So the real question isn't just what Atlantis was. The real question is, why has this story refused to die? The first and only ancient source to describe Atlantis was the Greek philosopher Plato. Around 360 BC, he wrote about a great island civilization that existed 9,000 years before his time. According to him, Atlantis was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Plato painted a vivid picture of a massive island with magnificent architecture, advanced engineering, powerful ships, and a society far ahead of its time. It had grand harbors, canals, temples covered in gold and silver, and a unique system of rings of land and water that protected the city. The people of Atlantis were described as intelligent, wealthy, and technologically skilled. They controlled large parts of the world and possessed incredible knowledge of navigation, construction, and governance. But then, Plato wrote, something changed. The people of Atlantis became greedy and corrupt, and in a single, terrifying day and night of earthquakes and floods, the entire island sank into the sea. Gone forever. For centuries, most people believed Plato simply invented the story as a moral lesson about the dangers of pride and corruption. But something about the details he gave was just too specific, too geographical, too structured. The descriptions were too detailed to be just imagination. Over time, explorers, historians, and scientists began to ask a different question. What if Atlantis wasn't a myth, but a memory? A memory of a real ancient civilization destroyed by a natural disaster. One popular theory points to the Greek island of Santorini. A massive volcanic eruption occurred there around 1600 BC. The explosion was so powerful that it destroyed entire cities and created giant tsunamis that swept across the Mediterranean. The advanced Minoan civilization that lived there vanished almost overnight. Some researchers believe Plato's story of Atlantis was directly inspired by this real, cataclysmic event. Others believe Atlantis could be linked to the lost city of Tartessos in Spain, which mysteriously disappeared and fits Plato's description of being beyond Gibraltar. Some even point toward the Sahara Desert, suggesting that thousands of years ago, it was a green and fertile land that may have hosted a large civilization before climate change turned it into a wasteland. In fact, satellite images today show strange, massive circular formations in the sands of Mauritania that strikingly resemble Plato's description of Atlantis' circular city layout. And then there's the most famous theory, that Atlantis lies under the Atlantic Ocean, buried deep beneath the seafloor, lost to time and tectonic shifts. Modern technology has already found ancient cities underwater in different parts of the world, proving that rising sea levels have swallowed entire civilizations before. So the idea that a large city could be completely submerged is no longer impossible. But what makes Atlantis truly mysterious isn't just where it was. It's the idea of what it represented. Plato described a civilization with advanced knowledge of engineering, navigation, and architecture long before recorded history says humans were capable of such things. If Atlantis was real, it suggests that human civilization may be far older and far more advanced in its past than we currently believe. It would mean that entire chapters of human history may have been erased by natural disasters, that ancient knowledge may have been lost, buried, and forgotten forever. Some researchers even suggest that the stories of a great flood, found in many cultures around the world from the Bible to ancient Mesopotamian texts, might all refer to the same catastrophic event that destroyed early civilizations, including Atlantis. Whether Atlantis was a real place or just a philosophical story, it has captivated human imagination for thousands of years. It appears in countless books, movies, maps, and theories. Explorers have spent their entire lives searching for it. Scientists continue to debate its existence, because Atlantis represents something much bigger than just a lost city. It represents the possibility that humanity once knew more than we think, that we may not be the first advanced civilization on this planet, and that history as we know it, may be incomplete. To this day, no one has proven Atlantis existed, and no one has proven it did not, which leaves us with one haunting thought. Is Atlantis just a myth created by Plato, or is it the forgotten memory of a civilization the world was never meant to remember? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to subscribe for more mysteries from our past.